Closing a commercial real estate transaction valued above $12 million typically involves a labyrinth of analog verification. You have manual underwriting, physically stamped appraisals, and disjointed escrow accounts spread across multiple institutions. Industry insiders refer to this friction as legacy lag. It represents the weeks of idle time caused by 90-day banking delays, compliance routing, and manual document sorting. For Tier 1 family offices, entities managing assets north of $280 million, this latency is an immediate deterrent. These operators require proximity to power and frictionless execution, not bureaucratic waiting periods. This problem scales exponentially across international borders. Specifically, the wealth corridor running from the corporate center of Houston, Texas, to the legacy family offices located in San Pedro Garza Garcia, Monterrey. To capture capital moving along this route, standard timelines fail. You have to collapse a 90-day waiting period into a 9-minute digital escrow. Achieving that speed requires an architecture like Affluencia 365. This is an autonomous, 5-agent PropTech ecosystem designed to digitize the entire deal flow for this specific market. Developers and brokers seeking elite capital cannot rely on generic square footage or passive listings. They have to eradicate the operational friction entirely. This is the Affluencia 365 War Room dashboard. It abandons minimalist design for dark aesthetics and high-contrast typography, signaling a command center. Rather than basic fields, a tactical map tracks live momentum. During briefings, navigating to initialize strike executes the 5-agent backend instantly. The creators define this environment as a sovereign intelligence layer. It fuses algorithmic data scraping with tactile physical marketing, all operated through this highly theatrical user interface. By reverse engineering the code base and the workflows triggered by this specific dashboard, we can see exactly how the software weaponizes human psychology to secure 8-figure commitments. The dashboard uses its live terminal logs and high-density intelligence feeds to overwhelm a prospect's standard defense mechanisms. It is designed to replace passive data viewing with a state of sensory awe. Before the dashboard opens, the system executes Step 1, algorithmic reconnaissance. The Era Opportunity Hunter agent scrapes SEC form ADVs and luxury asset acquisitions, cross-referencing data to locate capital in transition. To maintain strict exclusivity, the algorithm isolates exactly 50 transitioning family offices. Once the targets are locked, the system initiates Step 2, tactile provocation. Digital outreach fails at this wealth echelon due to inbox fatigue, requiring a physical interdiction. The AI automatically dispatches elite black car luxury valets directly to the current office addresses of the specifically targeted principals. Chauffeurs hand-deliver locked matte black dossiers. Inside, the principal finds a titanium keycard and a custom QR code linking them to a private AI-driven concierge portal. Physical provocation forces engagement. By linking an aggressive algorithmic scrape to an analog white-glove delivery, the system bypasses standard marketing defenses. Reaching the prospect is only the physical challenge. The system also has to navigate a cultural divide between standard Houston corporate protocols and Monterrey legacy wealth, which relies heavily on old-world handshakes. Step 3 is the translation matrix. The concept of legacy lag for a Houston executive translates dynamically into El Rezago Tecnological for a Mexican national. It bridges cultural expectations while maintaining operational authority. When the presenter clicks Initialize Strike, a 7-step API cascade executes instantly. First, Underwriter Handshake queries APIs for debt and loan scoring. Next, Gatekeeper Deployment spins up voice intelligence. Finally, Auditor Verification hashes the transaction into a zero-trust vault, guaranteeing absolute data sovereignty. The system automates a rigid, sequenced cascade of API calls, executing the logic in seconds to bypass the manual verification that typically takes months. The backend architecture directly feeds Step 5, the theatrical UX, a sequence staged in the physical reality of Lucid Private Office's Suite 2300. The environment serves as a stage. Panoramic views of the Houston skyline are paired with massive 75-inch monitors running the live War Room dashboard. When the partner is ready to sign, the presenter initiates a sequence internally known as the Mortal Kombat Closing Protocol, engineered strictly for high-energy psychological impact. A custom text-to-speech engine is integrated directly into the presentation workflow, creating an AI God voice. Once the digital escrow loop verifies, the God voice plays through the monitors, delivering a pre-programmed final verdict. For example, announcing, "Texas belongs to Locke." This overt theatricality establishes absolute frame dominance in the room. The presentation style intentionally neutralizes standard executive hesitation and logic-based objections. The mechanics of the software are complex, but they serve a highly specific business objective for Lucid private offices. This is the Neural Hub concept. The strategy transforms generic premium square footage into a proprietary operating system for family offices. According to this business plan excerpt, the system's success is defined by its capacity to achieve predictable scale, targeting exactly 6 premium lease signups per month. This section establishes the partnership framework. Affluencia 365 operates on a strict 15% performance-based commission model, directly aligning the software's closing power with Lucid's revenue generation. Looking at the key performance indicators mapped out here, securing those elite operators projects an $8.64 million increase in annual lease revenue by year 2. The model forecasts a 0% churn rate. It relies on the premise that clients will renew because they are heavily integrated into a digital operating system, rather than simply renting a room. Those multi-million-dollar financial projections depend entirely on the system's highly theatrical execution right at the moment of sale. Traditional software as a service design strives for invisible, frictionless, and emotionless utility. The Affluencia 365 philosophy rejects that standard, opting instead for visible aggression and spectacle. In capital acquisition at this scale, the interface serves as an active participant in the close, automating the high-pressure environmental shifts that lead to a signature. The Affluencia blueprint establishes architectural variables like frame dominance and environmental design as core technical requirements for securing elite capital.